As you get ready for the tournament and all the excitement, it's important to remember that robots in Ball must start with a light and they must shut down on their own, running for no longer than 120 seconds. We have provided a couple of functions already written for you that accomplish this. Wait for light with the argument of the port that you plug the sensor into, and shut down in with the argument of how many seconds you want to run. We suggest 119 seconds just to be safe. We use the light sensor for the wait for light function. It looks kind of like a bug's eye, and it senses infrared light. It's important to know that a lot of modern lights have a lot of LED and not a whole lot of infrared. When this sensor senses infrared, the lower the number return value that it reports. So a lot of light means a very low number, not much light means a very high number. So mounting your light sensors on your robot, it's important to know that at Ball there will be 2 starting lights for each starting box. Each one of these is mounted on the outside edge of the starting box. They are slightly movable, they're on an expandable neck. So the idea is you want to mount your sensors so that when your robots, both of them are in the starting box, the light sensors point to the outside edge. The light sensor is an analog sensor, so like other analog sensors, it just plugs into one of the analog ports, in this case, port 0. When using our wait for light function, which is what we suggest you do, it will bring up a calibration routine once that function is called in the code. And the first screen will say, press the B button when the light is on, and it will display the actual number there so you can see it. This should be a lower number. So with the light on, you press the B button, and then it says, hey, press the B button when the light is off. So you turn off the light, you should see a higher number, and then you press the B. If it's a successful calibration, or good calibration, you will see this green bar with a little red dot that slides back and forth. If it's a bad calibration, it will say so, and then you just wait about 10 seconds, and the whole program starts over again and lets you recalibrate. So again, the starting box, your robots have to start inside the black tape line, inside the PVC. And remember guys, for the tournament, no taller than 12 inches. Now the starting lights, there'll be one on this outside edge, one on the other outside edge. It's important to remember the lights cannot enter the inside plane of the PVC. They need to stay out here. And that's okay. These sensors will sense this light 4 or 5 feet away. In this case, we've got a robot set in the starting box, and the light sensor is mounted here perfectly, pointed back towards this light, right? So what'll happen then when you have the wait for light in your code, you simply select the program you want to run that has the wait for light. You select run, and the screen comes on and it says, hey, calibrate sensor port 0, press B when light is on. So underneath the corner of the table at the games, there'll be a light switch. You turn it on, the light comes on, and you notice the number jumped from 2000 down to 48, and then it says press button B when light is on. So I press the B. Now it says light off. As soon as the light is off, it says press B. I press B, and it says good calibration. This is the screen you want right here. So now when the light comes on, the program will run, and there it goes. So let me show you a bad calibration, what happens. If I run this and I say light on value is that when it's really not, and I hit B, and then I say light off value is this, and I hit B backwards. Notice it says bad calibration. Just wait a second and it will restart the program so you can calibrate again. Again, notice value is really high because the light's not on. When I turn on the light, value drops. I hit my B, I turn off the light, I hit my B for no lights. Good calibration. That's what you're looking for. The second function, the shutdown in with the argument of how many seconds to run, is used to kill your robot at the end of the match so it doesn't keep on running. Servos can still be powering down and moving down and things, but you can't be powering any servos or motors at the end. It's important to note that shutdown in always comes after the wait for light function. So in the code, it'll be wait for light first, followed by shutdown in. Here's the IDE showing what tournament code would look like. Notice the very first thing in the main program is our function wait for light. In this case, it's calling the light sensor plugged into port 0. And then once that calibration routine, it sits there and loops. Once the light turns on, the match starts. It immediately goes down to the function shutdown in this case 119 seconds. After that, you do whatever you do in your program, whatever it's going to run until the end, but that timer will be timing at the end of 119 seconds, it will stop.